Welcome back. Our summer muggies are based on one thing, that's dew point. Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson explains in this week's Weather-Wise.
In this edition of Weather-Wise, I thought it would be appropriate to talk about tropical air and specifically the dew point that makes it feel so uncomfortable here in the summertime in the deep south. Now, the dew point is the measure of the amount of moisture in the atmosphere. The higher the number we talk about, the more uncomfortable it feels. And we'll often show you the comfort index, and usually it's in the humid, muggy, or miserable range. We are just displaying this graphically like this, but it's based on the dew point and those numbers. So let me show you a couple of scenarios. Let's just assume the temperature stays at 90 degrees, the dew point at 55, relatively dry air. We love to see it. It's actually going to feel like 88 degrees, a little bit below the actual temperature, just the way the formula works. Now, assuming the temperature stays at 90, the dew point goes up to 65. It will feel like 92, so it's going to get worse and worse as we throw in more moisture into the atmosphere. That dew point goes up to 75. It's going to feel like 101 degrees, and let's say it goes up to 80, which is possible. It's going to feel like 108, assuming the temperature stays at 90 degrees. So we will get heat advisories when the heat index will be at least 105 degrees, could be higher than that, and the heat warning will come into play when the heat index can be 110 degrees or higher. And yes, we do have advisories and warnings get issued down here in the deep south. Dry air helps to allow your sweat to evaporate and cool your body. So we love the dry air. Dew points well down into the 50s. This very moist air when the dew points are in the 60s and 70s, flirting with 80 degrees. It doesn't allow your body to cool down because the evaporation really can't take place because there's just so much moisture in the atmosphere. It can't evaporate out of your body. So that's why when it's extremely hot and humid, you just need to use these safety tips. Check on your family, your friends, your neighbors, your pets. Light colored, loose fitting clothes, drink plenty of water, obviously, and just limit your work outdoors in this kind of scenario. Stay in air conditioning if you can. So all based on the dew point. It's usually sweltering here in the deep south in the summertime, and that will be the case through early fall. If you have a weather question for us, search us out on Facebook and Twitter, and also our email address, weather@wcbi.com.
Weather-Wise is brought to you by 4 County Electric Power Association.